including a 134 finish.
To throw first.
Newton has won 7 out of the last 8 legs. Can you see Painter coming back from this?
Well, of course. I mean, it can happen, but I think it's unlikely. But the first leg here will determine. We'll see what Kevin comes out of the gate here.
100.
I have to say Wes is very determined, and no matter how Kevin plays, I think Wes will continue on like this. So it'll be a difficult task for Kevin to come back.
59.
We were chatting before the break about how the Premier League has certainly affected Kevin Painter for the rest of this year.
100.
On the other side of the coin, Wes Newton has surely got to be in with a great chance of getting in the Premier League in 2013. Has to be.
Yeah, I would think he's a big-time candidate. And, you got to be careful what you wish for, though. Hopefully it goes well for him, but he could be another in a long line of guys that have really it's worn them down, and when you lose a little more than you win, if that happens, well, it really doesn't help you on the rest of your events because your confidence is sagging a bit.
Absolutely,
winning breeds winning.
You remember at the back end of last year that Paul Nicholson looked like he was a big favourite to get in the Premier League, and he had a poor World Championship, and those Premier League dreams evaporated, didn't they, overnight? So I think it just goes to show that if you get it in your mind, I guess, and it does become all-consuming, it can backfire.
46.
Yeah.
When should require 48.
This for 8-3. Surely it would be game over. Tops for Newton.
Game shot on the 11th leg.
Playing well, John.
Yeah, he's flying along.
Beat Thomas Saylor, of course, 6-0 in the first round, and
97.
He has looked really, really good. He's been steady around about 96, 97 average. Painters has dropped dramatically.
97.
He's kind of like a rhino running along at a steady clip and doing damage every hit.
100. $97. 85.
8 legs out of 9. Won by Wes Newton.
59. 100.
Kevin just hit that 180 the whole time with this wry smile on his face, like he knows it's irrelevant, or he's thinking it is. So
too little, too late.
Yeah, well, we'll see what comes of it. He's on a definite
60.
Out shot. Should take the leg.
39.
7 for 32, double 16, that is.
Seven score.
Well, the look on Kevin Painter's face tells you the story.
Yeah.
It's been one of those afternoons. He started so brightly.
140.
So double 16, just to get a leg on the board.
It's like he has no feel for it right now.
That's awkward.
There's no feel at all.
No score.
Yeah.
Which should require 48.
He's lost his focus. Meanwhile, Wes, dead on his focus. Double top. Double 10.
38. Kevin, you require 32.
Maybe a little contagious.
Yep.
The nerves.
Well, 6 darts he's missed.
Yeah, well, switching at least. He's got a better chance hitting this double 4, though.
24.
Because sometimes if you get stuck on the same double, keep missing it, you're better to move on to the next one. At least you feel a little fresh with it.
I think that visit to the board sums up his day, doesn't it? This to go within one leg of the quarterfinals.
5 score.
Not only is Kevin getting annoyed that he can't hit it, he's probably getting annoyed Wes can't hit it. Double 2.
4 score. Wes, you require
He's missed 11 darts. 11 darts at a double in this leg, Kevin Painter.
It didn't take him that many to get to the double.
Double 2 it is. Another leg for Wes Newton. And here it comes now, throwing for a place in the quarterfinals. Well, we thought this would be close. It looked like being so in that first session, didn't it? But this has been a dominant darting display from Wes Newton.
Well, the first session was exactly what we expected, and everything since, it's been all Newton. And Kevin disappeared. I think, you know, losing the 3 legs on the trot at the end of the first session did his head in a little bit.
$58.
Wes's style of just, he keeps barreling along with the scores, with the outs. It can be quite intimidating because you don't see any openings as an opponent.
Well, a shake of the head.
120.
Extremely frustrated, isn't he? Getting really annoyed now, Kevin Painter. But he may get a leg here.
59.
Newton's worst leg of the match, actually.
136.
Stepping up to throw for a place in the quarterfinals, and his worst leg so far.
96.
Well, I think he might be getting caught up in watching Kevin's frustration, and he's definitely getting a read off it. He's not showing it, but he knows how Kevin's feeling, and he's probably relaxing a bit involuntarily.
Require 40.
It's double top for Kevin.
Game shot.
Well, there we go. Well, it won't be much consolation. He's lost 9 legs out of 10. But he's got one back. 9-4 he is.
Well, if he can get those sorts of throws and establish more his pace, slow it down a little bit, you just never know, because that wouldn't suit Wes.
Brilliant from Newton. 4 180s each now in this match.
100.
And Newton will be disappointed. That last leg he was throwing for a really convincing win. They couldn't buy a treble.
Well, they just lost some of the urgency because, you know, your opponent's showing all the signs of giving up and surrendering, and that doesn't help you concentrate necessarily.
I guess that can happen when you're so far ahead.
Yeah.
60.
It's interesting that Wes is certainly not letting Kevin, if he is trying to slow it down, get to him. At the start of the game, he was there at the hockey ready to throw. Now he just stands back and waits for Kevin Painter to go past before he goes and throws his darts.
60.
Even though Wes had a 180, he's still behind in this leg. He could fix that here. I mean, that's what he needs to do, is bang a 140 and easy 64 out match over, but the pace has slowed.
Would love a treble here.
60.
The pace has just slowed a little, and you just sense Kevin thinking, well, maybe there is a chance. One of the treble 19.
100.
It's left 32.
Yeah.
Which you require 140.
Is it going to be back-to-back legs for Kevin Painter?
He struggled on the double 16 last time. It was double top that he won last leg. So let's see how he does with this double 16.
He hit a 140 to leave double 2.
Game
They
shot
found it this time.
Yeah, no trouble. So 9-3 becomes 9-4, becomes 9-5. Surely not.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely Wes needs to win this leg because the thoughts will start coming if he loses this throw of darts. The bad thoughts will start coming, I mean. And
In match play, in leg play, what's the biggest lead you've ever lost?
well, I don't really get big leads too often. I guess it was with Dennis Priestley up 5-0 and I lost 6-5.
139.
Generally, I'm in closer games, so it doesn't come up too often.
44.
Well, it looks like this will be the leg where Wes Newton finally crosses the finishing line. Desperately disappointing day at the office for Kevin Painter. Not for Wes Newton. A brilliant fifth maximum. And he's on a possible 11-darter to wrap this up.
125. Where's you require 48.
Double 16 for the match.
Game
And a place in the quarterfinals of the European Championship for the first time. A really dominant display from Wes Newton. The world number 5 is through to face Andy Hamilton in the quarterfinals on Sunday afternoon. Don't go anywhere. Coming next, it's Phil Taylor in action in Germany.